Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am your host Hula Muhammad and I welcome you all in my panel discussion. So today's my panel discussion topic is media misleads the masses. So as you all guys know that in this digital age, media is our primary source of news, education and entertainment. So in this discussion, we will discuss that how media mislead the masses and what are its impacts and social impacts and political impacts. So I'm pleased to announce that we are joined by two most special and insightful guests, Kashif Abbasi and Faisal Saif. Kashif Abbasi, who has expertise in media and communication, she will help us to explore the things about how media mislead the masses. And Faisal Saif, who has expertise in social and political science, he will help us to explore the things about how what are the impacts of media misleading the masses politically and socially. So, moving towards my first guest. Kashif Abbasi. Hi, Kashif Abbasi. How are you? Hello, I'm doing good. What about you? Alhamdulillah. So, Kashif, my first question to you that in this digital age, what do you think that how media mislead the masses? So this is a very good question to begin the conversation with, and there are a lot of ways in which the media misleads the masses. For example, headlining the sensational news, biased coverage, and selective reporting. And these are not just assumption-based things, but this is a factual based report which shows that 56 of the people worldwide are worried about fake news and fake information. And to in case the particular example to that, I would like to give the example of recent Ukraine-Russia war, which happened in 2022 to 2023, which gave us the example that how it is misleading us by they spread the fake news and videos went viral which mislead the masses. And to say that, I would like to say yes, media is misleading the masses, but it's also playing a major role to inform the people. So it is for the audience to examine the content before believing it fully, and to before acting on that information, they should see the credibility of the speaker. And this is what are my values or my insights that I would like to share on this thing. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your insightful points in my first question. So, moving to, for further discussion in depth of this topic, I would like to ask you one more question about this topic. That Kashif, how do you think that what does social media plays its role in misleading the masses by information, by spreading misinformation? Yeah, again, this is a very good question to understand this topic in more depth. To make you understand this topic, I would like to start with you a bit with a very, very basic thing. Like the algorithm actually is designed in such a way that it values the engagement. It doesn't care about the authenticity of the news that is being spread through, but it only care about how much engagement does our content is getting. So, according to even MIT research, it has been found that the fake news is spread 6 times more faster than the real. So this is the factor, and the next factor is like 700 plus AI-driven websites were developed, which were spreading the fake news and fake information, which lead to mislead the masses. And in conclusion of all of these things, I would like to say that the government and concerned authorities and also the platform should take the concerns to ensure that the news that is being put online is authentic. And there should be a responsibility and a responsible sector which plays a role that ensures that the news that is being played online is authentic and clear. And also for the audience, it is important that they shouldn't believe anything online at the first place, but they should go for the reliable resources. And these are the points that they should try to feel that is this is authentic news or it's exactly like they should go for the reliable resources, yeah, and the like credibility of the speaker without believing anything at just first sight. Exactly. So thank you for your impressive answer. So now she has put her insightful points on this, how media mislead the masses. So now we are moving towards our second part, that what are the impacts of media misleading the masses on society and the politics. So we have our second guest, Faisal Saif, who has expertise in social and political science. He will help us to understand what are the impacts of misleading media misleading the masses, like in social and political.
So, how are you, Faisal? I'm wonderful. How are you? Alhamdulillah. So, Faisal, my first question from you is that what do you think that what are the possible impacts of like media misleading the message politically and socially? First of all, I would say that I'm glad to be the part of this panel discussion. And the misinformation does not only spread the rumors, but it also damages the unity of the nation and it also damages the trust in organizations. Exactly. For example, the police, the courts, and the hospital, people lose their trust in it. So let me give you an example so it could be easy for you to understand that in 2022, when flood occurred, the huge destruction was seen. Yeah, so exactly. In that, the government was running a campaign for the flood affected people. Yeah. So what happened is that the rumors on the social media were running around that the funds are being stolen by the government. Yeah. Maybe at some places it was happening, but it wasn't completely true. Yeah, so the fundraisers who were raising funds for the affected people, they got in doubt on the government. They thought that the government is stealing our money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So they just the fund numbers decreased. It decreased, and indirectly, it was the harmful impact of it was directly driven to the affected people, the public. So the harmful effects are very harsh of this misinformation. Secondly, how does it break the unity of the society? Most of you would have experienced that before the election, the parties always spread the fake rumors for their rival parties by AI videos or AI audios. The this fake create bias. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. So what happens is that people start debating on the social media and keep arguing with each other. And even in some cases, the case gets so worse that they even start fighting in real time. Sometimes the weapons are also used, and many people have been killed in these political rallies and these in this political phenomena. So these can be very harmful effects of the misinformation, the mislead of the media. This is my Okay, opinion. Okay. Thank you, Faisal Saif, for your insightful answer on my first question. So, moving towards our second question, for the better understanding and the in depth of our topic, media misleading the masses and its impacts on our social and politics. So, I would like to ask you one more question. That is, Faisal, what type of solutions can we bring to overcome and mitigate this type of disaster? Obviously, Ghulam Mohammed, when there are problems, there are solutions. Exactly. Yeah. The study in 2024 showed that on X Twitter, the fact checking reduced the number of misinformation by 62%. This is such a large number just by doing fact checking. So, what we have to do is we have to bring in practice the fact checking. Yeah. And we have to even teach our younger one that how they have to differentiate between the authentic news and the fake news. Secondly, I would like to give you an example of Finland. Finland is the most resilient country against misinformation. And why they are so successful in this? They are teaching their younger kids in the school and educational institutes that how they have to differentiate between authentic news and fake news. So they are giving them awareness. The awareness is the key. If Yeah, they will know exactly. that what is the issue, then they can bring up the solution. So I would like to add one more point. Okay, please. The concerned authorities should Yeah, and Yeah. the Yes. concerned Yeah, authorities, concerned the authorities. government have to reconstruct their laws, their regulations. There should be strictness in the Yeah, policies they have to that they could They should establish like definitely, rules. And they don't just have to keep it verbal or in the books. They have to bring it in practice. Yes. And those who are responsible behind spreading the fake informations, they have to bring them accountable. They have to hold them to accountable so the others can get lesson and can have fear that if they will spread fake information, their consequence can be very harsh. Very Yeah. harsh for them. They will They face would their have to consequences. Yes, so the government needs to play a role and they also needs to collab with the tech companies, the social media companies, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. They have to collab with them and they both have to work together in order to come up with better solutions. Okay. Thank you, my both guests, Kashif and Faisal. So I'm very thankful to you for insightful answers and joining us here in our panel discussion. So now, in conclusion, I would say that as a responsible citizen, it's mandatory on us that we have to like take care of this type of misinformation and biasness. We have to deliver right and authentic news to our youth and our audience. So now as we discussed that media can mislead the masses through sensationalization, biasness, and like misinformation, and its impacts socially and politically. Politically are its like social division and political manipulation, trust issues. So now, as we discussed, that there are solutions we can bring, that we can fact checking, and through laws and rules, and through like responsibility, accountability, we can manage a accountable and like a rightful authenticate society. So thank you so much for joining us.